Hey guys, me again with another YouTube video, and it's a good one. So basically, I've been keeping up with the website, been adding a lot of new things. I need to go through and make some decent changes to it. There's a few weapons that still need rendered images, there's a few weapons that still need video reviews and things like that. And it is a 3-day weekend, so my plans as of right now are to review a lot of weapons and get those uploaded. However, in this video, we will be covering the Vector SMG. So this is the first time I've ever built a Vector. I shouldn't really say that. I built the Lynx SMG a while back, which was a Vector-based build, but it looked almost nothing like a real Vector. It was just kind of its own concept build, and today I've gotten around to it. So you can probably see it over to the right-hand side of this AUG H-bar towards the stock. There's 3 different files there. One of them is a time lapse of me building the kind of the lower receiver. The one above that video, which is the very bottom, is the work in progress file. That's including the lower and upper receiver. I do need to go back and make some changes to the upper receiver. And then above that is the lower receiver in itself. I have built basically a prototype in real life. And I was hoping that it'd be an actual model build, but unfortunately I cannot do that as of right now. In the midst of building the lower receiver out of light gray, I was actually really desperate for pieces, and it was built nowhere near what I wanted it to be. But today we're going to be taking a look at just the lower receiver on the computer, and then I'm going to switch over and show you guys the full thing on in real life, basically. So, like I said, this video only is going to be the lower receiver. So, basically what's going on here is you're looking at the lower receiver of a Vector SMG. I figured out the ratio for how much studs you need to move the magazine so that it gets that certain tilt and the things like that. And you'll be able to see that in the video, but this is the lower receiver so far. I was working in a lilac color. The red that you're seeing here is really, really awesome. Basically what it is this entire piece is a reinforcement piece, and then all of this red down through here is entirely reinforcement pieces just to really hold this model together. It's got Technic pins running through it, it's got beams running through it, it's got all sorts of things. So like these two are held together, there's a flat on top, a flat on bottom, 2 flats on top actually, and then it goes into 9 of the axle pieces with a full 9mm axle running through it. Then we have these pieces which go all the way through to the other side. On this side, that's this red that you're seeing here. Those have little axles running through them, the actual like clicking pieces that look like these, but they're 3, so there's like 1 here, 1 on the other side, and then in the middle it sticks out into this piece, and then it links all of these together, and then again there's going to be your axle piece and 9 of these up on top. And that was really meant to reinforce the inside of this thing. Essentially, it's something that you could probably drop and get away with because it probably won't break. I say that lightly, please. Just if you ever build this in real life, if I ever make instructions, please don't drop it. I know how much it sucks to drop Legos. I really do, because they don't always stay apart like you think they will when you do. So if you look up like so many drop tests on YouTube, you'll see just so many bad things happening. But basically some of the features of this are the details that I've gotten into it. So this bolt here, that bolt there, the bolt there, these are apparently rail type attachments that you can attach certain sites to, and I just like to do symmetrical things, so I did them on the other side as well. I've got the bottom rail down here. This point right here is where the barrel is going to be. It's just a placeholder. I'll probably change that later. And then we got the traditional like Super V look. You got the forward slot here, the forward slot here, and then of course your bolt basically is going to ride up here and then come back down into here, but I'm not going to go that far with it. Something that I need to add is that there is some black or indentions here. I might need to add that, and I kind of want to do like a Super V logo here, but I don't know just yet if I'm going to do that. This side features a working bolt catch. I have that built in real life and it works really well. It's my first really working bolt catch and it's super cool, so I want to show you guys that in real life. And then that's basically it. This bottom piece is going to be where the grip is going to be right about here, trigger guard right about there, trigger here, right along this area is where your charging handle is going to be, shell ejection port right about there, a small rubber band system micro scale there, top of the receiver will end about here with the rail system up there. Your stock is going to run down, it's going to come out this way and then run down right about there. And that's pretty much it. So this is the lower receiver. I don't really want to show off the upper receiver until it's entirely complete, but this is the lower receiver built as it should be. And now I'm going to switch over to photo booth and go ahead and show you guys the model in real life. So can I make this any bigger? Full screen, that works. Anyhow, that didn't help at all, but the vector is up there, over there. You can see it right there. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do stuff like that. Anyhow, what I've gotten so far is basically this is the prototype model. Chair stuck on my blanket right there. This is the prototype model. So the bolts down here are going to be in a bright translucent orange in the real thing. I've got actual rail systems on this because I didn't feel like looking for those stupid pieces. Rail system on this side, charging handle, bolt catch. There's a rail system going along most of the upper receiver. There's a few pieces that I don't have back here. I started having to like pattern up these because I was starting to really run out of pieces. So basically this is a really awesome model because I'm not going to lie, like you can do this a lot. Like it's super awesome to do stuff like that, and it's because there's an attachment point up here holding it down, an attachment point here holding it down, and then this piece here is holding this all in place. Super strong. I really like this, and it feels great in the hand. So working trigger. This is your fire and safety selector, which is really cool because there's actually two of them on this weapon. So this would be your fire position. This would be your safety position. This forward one here is going to be, that's full auto, that one's 2-round burst, and that's semi-auto. So basically the safety is going to be this right here, and it's going to be in semi-auto, so that in order to fire, all you got to do is flip this over to fire and then pull the trigger and you're shooting in semi-auto. Elsewise you flip it over to safety and then you can't move the trigger at all. This is not a working safety, this is just me not pushing on the trigger, so you just kind of make it look like it's not working. A lot of people do that, but yeah. Shell ejection port's right here. 45 ACP, of course. So basically, I have issues with this one because it's a super small shell ejection port. The rubber band system is only there. That's it. Super difficult to do in this model. And then it sticks a little bit on the inside, so that's not even helping the it's not helping the rubber band on the inside. I'm actually having issues with it sticking really bad to certain Lego pieces inside this, so that's a shame. Alright, so we're going to flip it over to the other side. So on this side, you can see the charging handle. What's really unique about the Vector's charging handle is that it actually folds up into the side when you let the bolt go back forward. But when you charge it, it flips out like this. You can charge it, and then it's supposed to slide back forward. As you can see, there is a rubber band right about there, but it's having issues for some reason. I have no idea why. And oh, that's why. Okay, I'm charging it wrong. That's why. Maybe. No, it's just getting stuck on pieces. Whatever. Rail system. Your bolt catch is right here, and this is the working bolt catch that I was talking about. So basically, this is really cool because it pushes back, and this is a super simple system. You guys aren't going to be, well, you can kind of see it. The little ring looking thing right there is actually a spring. So basically what's happening is springs naturally want to be straight. So I have a spring in here that's running parallel to the angle that this L bracket makes. So when you push in on it, the spring wants to straighten back, so that's pushing back out on it. So on this side, these two pieces here are those weird wall pieces that don't exactly have hole studs, and then there's an arc piece behind these two that your spring will slide up into like this and be held into place by the arch piece, but is kind of pinned between these two outside pieces here. So if I was to remove these two pieces, if I could, the spring would come flying out of this end. But basically it just sits right up in there, and it makes for a really good working bolt catch. So, you know, I can charge the weapon nice and fine, just like that, and go basically click, but there's no magazine in it, so the bolt would lock back. And so we break out the magazine, simple magazine. This is actually turned sideways. It goes up into there, just like so. And then you can press the bolt catch, and your bolt releases forward, and then you have yourself the Kriss Vector in shooting. So I left the stock out of this model because I kind of don't have enough pieces to build one. The barrel should be a little bit lower down, but I did like it kind of more in line with your shell ejection port because that worked a little bit better. And there should be a gas block right about there, but I left both of those off. Again, no stock. And this should be a little bit more wide here, but I did not do that. I did try to do like an two-tone, so like your entire lower receiver right about here is going to be in your light gray, magazine in light gray, and then the upper receiver right along here down into the grip is mostly dark gray until these inverted pieces, because I only have those in light gray. I probably should have used two of these, but I kind of want to vary it up. So as for the rail systems, it's using dark gray texture pieces there, but light gray up here, so that kind of just adds something to it. This piece likes to fold out really easy. Kind of don't like that, but I like the fact that when this bolt was working, because it did eventually snap like it's supposed to, it would snap back really simple and easy. But this is a really interesting prototype model, and again, it's just a prototype. I'm probably not going to ever be able to finish this unless I truly go out and buy like 18,000 pieces. There is tape on this magazine, in case you guys can see that right there. There's tape on it because it's basically, when I loaded it normally without the tape, it was so loose that I could flick it like, I don't want to hold it by the grip and do that. I could flick it like that, and the magazine would slide instantly out. And it was a really cool effect because, you know, I could always build another magazine and then like go into super cool reloads where I drop it like that and then load on another one and either bolt catch or charge it back. But the issue was I could never hold it like this because the magazine would just fall straight out. So that was a big issue of mine. I will tell you that loading a vector is kind of awkward to do because I'm not used to the whole angle loading. And it's a little bit farther back this way. So like usually when you load it up into a pistol grip, it's nice and simple because it goes just like that. But for this, you're going to have to load it into the actual hole that's right there. So the interesting thing is that my computer is making enough light so that you can see up inside of this. So as you can see, there's one of the inverted slope pieces, these pieces, on the inside of the magwell right there. And then on this side up here, there's some of these pieces. So that guides the magazine in at a nice angle, and it works pretty well. This is how big the magazine is, so it's going to be about the hard thing about these is that this is going to have to be a flat. You're going to need 2 standard bricks, and then you're going to need 2 flat pieces. So this is 3, this is 3, this is 2. That makes 8 studs, and then this is 9 stud flat. So the magazine is going to be 9 studs wide, but one part of it's going to have to be flat. And then I did some dark gray detailing here. So, yep, this is the prototype Vector SMG. And I will hopefully complete this on LED soon with a few different mods that I want to do to it, and then upload that as its standalone video, and then hopefully make a site on Weebly. Now then, the really cool thing about vectors is you can set them down on tables on their own. That doesn't work. But this bottom part is so flat down here that you can set it down on the table. It doesn't actually need to stand to sit on its own. I did take the magazine out, of course, because that's not going to work. And then it fits over on my bookshelf really well in front of the old M4 PDW and the BBR PDW. So that's something really cool about this. So this is a super awesome model, and I'm really glad I built it. This is my first ever Vector, and I'm hoping to build a really, really nice model of this sooner or later. I might come through and get rid of these slope pieces here just to thicken this up a little bit to make it look a little bit better. I don't know just yet. But this is a super cool model, and I cannot wait to make a fully working, fully awesome looking Vector SMG on LDD and getting you guys an uploaded image of that. So yep, that's pretty much it for this video. I'll see you guys later in another YouTube video. Thanks for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos similar to this one. If you guys like the video, please like it. Seriously, I need help. See you guys later. Bye.